You know, it's like a.
I can crank some tunes. I got my stereo right now. If I have a good song and commercial break, we'll play some.
All right, the Phil and Jon Zone, Friday number 7. Um,
Hey, John.
well, hey Phil, how are you doing, buddy? Thought I heard a whale.
Boy,
How's
I'm doing fine. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you too, buddy.
7.
Yes, week number 7. We're still here.
How you feeling?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
One of those things or anything? You know, I saw you last week. I do believe that was me, and I did give you a hug.
Last week was pretty important. I thought about it for a while because then I got back home and I was watching the news and they were talking about all the outbreaks everywhere and how, numbers were going up in all those places. And I didn't really feel too irresponsible though because we were good about it. We stayed as distant as we needed to, and pretty much everybody who came to the event or the thing had been socially distanced from everybody else for the last 4 months anyway.
Yeah, I feel fine. All I know is my mom and dad, who are elderly, said we can't go over there for 14 days.
Because you were hanging out with us?
Yeah. I need a little prayer for my dad. He had a little minor stroke. Give him a little shout out. Hey, Pops. We'll see him tomorrow. So.
Yeah, I hope he's doing better. That's
Yeah, do that on now.
Unfortunately, yeah. My baseball cap is okay. I just felt like my hair was looking kind of unkept today. I didn't do much with it. I hadn't styled it. I hadn't styled it yet today, so I thought I should style it. Well, I'm just put a hat on.
You have many options with the beard and the hair like that. You can do many things. I just have to put a hat on until I get a haircut.
I haven't gotten a haircut for a long time. Well, my Amy shaves my head normally. She buzzes my head.
Well,
I'm just put a hat on. I don't have style though necessarily. I don't know.
Cheers, Friday.
Yeah, cheers. Happy Friday. My root beer's almost gone, but it's okay.
Cheers.
Root beer for right now. I got a cold beer in the freezer. I just need something sweet. Get to the afternoon. So Friday, boy, this week went by really fast, Phil. It felt like it was 10 minutes ago we were hanging out there in that much nicer environment we were in, which was just cool.
Yeah. What? Yeah, that was.
You think that there's no way that we could have not had weather. We were setting our stuff up for the first time this year, getting our easy ups out. Of course, it's going to be a huge storm.
The wind was going sideways and up.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was.
I tried to look up the weather for the day before, and I couldn't find. I guess I wasn't good at researching. That was 70-mile-an-hour wind.
You think? Well, they said the wind got really high. I didn't see any damage reports as far as tornadoes went, but there was definitely a we should have had our easy up set up probably.
I think there's a few tents, but yeah, there's.
But other than that, it was pretty much a success.
You never go in your tent. Camping 101. I know someone who went in their tent, and it was real windy, and a branch fell on it and collapsed the tent, and that person was in the tent. Don't do that. Go in your car. Go in your car.
First rule of the
or whatever
of the weekend.
Don't
yeah.
go in your tent. And whoever that person was, raise their hand. Wasn't me or John.
Wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
But I did see the tent got crashed down. Our camper canopy got broken. Our gosh, what else happened? That was a
Not our spirits. It was a beautiful weekend.
No, not at all. And then the movies went really well. We had a movie theater night. We watched Billy Strings, and the Grateful Dead movie. And then the night before we watched The Wizard of Oz with Dark Side of the Moon. That was freaking awesome.
Dark Side of the Moon, yeah, Lord.
I've been researching projectors because I'm gonna buy myself one of those like we borrowed the other day. That was just too cool, I'm just doing some sharing real quick. Share out the page, people. If you can share it, share it. If you care, share. Be our guest if you dare for tonight. We don't really have a guest lined up, but nobody confirmed this week. The week just went by too fast. I think I was worn out after the weekend, and I didn't put any effort into the show until about yesterday, and I did not.
I was just thinking about yesterday. I mean, I forget about the show. It's number 7, John. It's quite amazing. I don't know. Maybe one or two people are watching, but when I was at your house, it was dark. You couldn't really see faces, and me and Laura are probably the only. Well, anyway.
We got some pretty good. We already have some good viewers.
Just talking, and you can't see faces, and they go, "Hey, I know you. You're on that TV show." Which
you were recognized from a TV show.
Yeah, from that TV show with John, and yeah. I couldn't see their faces, and I cracked up, so I thought that was pretty funny. Yeah, tonight, right up in Yorkville, at law office, John Till's playing at 6 o'clock tonight for free. That's about 10 minutes away, 15 minutes away. And there's another band too, and then there's 3 tomorrow. So they're opening up out by me. I think they're doing the parking lot thing.
Yeah.
That place is doing parking lots.
Hey, happy Friday, Tom Dean. Tommy Dean just checked in on us. Tom Dean, Tommy's Abstract Art from your neck of the woods there.
Hey Tom, how are you doing? You talked to Melissa from Wisefest? Me and Tom vended next to each other at Wisefest. That was a good time.
Oh, I like Tom.
I saw Calling All Vendors yesterday, so look into it.
For Wisefest?
Yes, Wisefest.
Where's that going to be at?
When?
Where? Oh, and when, sure.
Okay, I have the notes somewhere. Walworth County Fairgrounds in Elkhorn, Wisconsin, right over the border. September 19th and 20th.
Nice.
We went last year. Arbor Creek was there. Craig Bauman story. A lot of eclectic bands from Wisconsin and that way, Madison area. Great stuff. New music, something to do. That's something to do. Yeah.
Well, we could all use something to do these days. Tom Dean said, "What up?"
Wisefest. They're in a band called Wise Jennings. Very good. Very eclectic stuff.
Wise Jennings. It's Wisefest.
Wise Jennings.
Yeah, look it up. Wisefest. Something's going to happen. Some festivals have been going on there. They had those ones down in the Missouri area a few weeks ago. In the last couple weeks, they're coming up with another one coming up pretty soon. I'm still kind of on the fence about going to any of them, but I want to go to a show so bad. I like to see some music. At the party when we streamed all the music that we streamed was live music recorded with a crowd, because we love live music without a crowd, because that's great that they can still play it, but man, it feels so much better when there's a big crowd there.
Hey, Chester, you want to say hello?
Chester, minute with Chester. Everybody, Chester, this is Chester. Chester time.
Chester wants to flip you out on the bed. Hey, I couldn't come to your birthday party. Go, hi, Chester.
Chester.
What else I was going to say? Well, yeah, I'm smart. I want to go to shows, but I'm still going to wear my mask. I go anywhere I wear my mask. A lot of places don't. I do believe, was it Florida or Texas, closed the bars again? No alcohol.
Florida and Texas, yeah. They both opened up quick for spring break so people could go party for a minute, and then everybody got sick, so... I'm staying inside. It's okay with me, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. But
tried to get some guests on the show. I did try.
No one likes us.
Yeah, they're afraid. They're too afraid that if they come on our show, it'll be like the Oprah effect, and they'll just get super popular, super fast, and they won't be able to control it.
Well, I must admit, in my old age, that I'm lazy. I really reached out to only 3 people, and so I know a few people. I guess if you don't ask, how are they gonna know?
Yeah. So, and I've got some people interested that are just
on show 15. I'll figure it
out. When you're on show 15. Show 7. I'm surprised.
At 15, we're probably gonna be vending next to each other, doing it remotely.
Yeah, let's hope for a Friday in the future where we have to do this from out at another event somewhere. That would be all right.
Here's my latest edition from the John Griffin art collection. Thank you, John.
Oh, that's a chicken. It's not a tell her, Laura, it's not Santa Claus.
It's so sharp. See, look at the eye. See, it's just that's what. Yeah, it's all in the eyes. Love you, John.
Yeah, that one's cool. Yeah. It's almost 420. No, it's not. It's 410.
410.
410. Somebody sent a heart just now. Woohoo! We got a heart. Pamela Martin is joining with us. Mike Albert's joining with us. Guy went to high school. Actually, I went to grade school with Mike Albert. We know each other through little kids. Deborah Erickson, Jake Resner, Adam Tomaszewski, Justin Torres, Laura Boyne, Luke Kinsler, Jessica Grimo, Justin Kalchik, Kathy Osborne, Emma Paradise. These are the people that have tuned in so far tonight.
Hello, everybody. I miss you all.
Yeah, we do. We miss everybody for sure. This is hopefully keeping everybody being able to talk. If you have any ideas or suggestions, put them in the old suggestion box.
Right. I'm not seeing anything on the screen. I'm letting John do all that. But right, if you got any suggestions, if you know any friends who want to play music or talk on our show about anything.
Yeah, if you want to come on the show tonight and play a song for us,
sure.
Just send me a message on Messenger and I'll send you the link and you can join us on the show live. We will pick.
If we don't have any guests coming up in the next week or two, like tonight, I'm gonna have to practice and start.
I thought about singing a song, but I don't know if I want to.
Master on the squeaky toy, and then me playing tambourine.
So you tell tag your friends in the comments who you think you'd like to be on the show. We have asked Chicago Farmer. He's a busy guy. He wants to do it, but he hasn't yet. So tag him and see if he'll come on the show. Just tag him in the comments maybe and say, "Hey, Chicago Farmer, you want to be on the show?" It's a good suggestion.
Guy?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just some cat. He busks downtown. Ooh, where's Ronnie? Where's Ronnie? Just came in the room. We love Ronnie.
Hey, Ronnie. How you doing?
Hey, Ronnie.
Yes.
Ronnie could be on the show too. He'd be a good guest. I could see that. Bow. So, yeah, I know. What else did I find out this week? Well, other than the sad stuff.
We'll talk about you for a little get together for your birthday. Thank you to Trinity Watson for supporting the arts. We had a little art sale at John's.
Yeah.
Watson. Christy Carpenter. Your friend from way back, Jason.
Jason York. Yeah.
Yeah, Jason York. Kyle and their daughter.
Kyle and Melissa came out. Yep.
Right. Your Chicago Farmer album is coming. You want another one?
So do you feel like it was worth it to come down and set your stuff up and hang out all weekend with us? Did you have a good time?
And the people who weren't invited are probably flipping them soft.
Nobody really wasn't invited. We didn't really invite anybody. Trinity saw that message on the video and she heard that we were doing it. And so
we're not telling the whole story what bands we were. We cannot do that, otherwise you all get married.
Well, Billy Strings had that thing in his contract where we're not supposed to talk about him being there.
Well, it is.
He was there.
FCC will, nuke our program.
Yeah. Facebook will say you don't own the rights to that conversation.
I really like the waves, man. I like that green wave. It's kind of.
Yeah, those were kind of today and yesterday. No, didn't record any of it. Just paying for myself. Hadn't done that in a little minute, so yeah, kind of rough seas today. Hearing about the friend passed away yesterday, and it's just somebody in our music scene, a good friend of ours, Andrew. It's just too bad because we're gonna miss him. He's a good man, but the world was just not friendly to him, I guess. And I don't know. It's what I said this morning in my post. If anybody out there ever wants to talk about anything or needs to hang out or wants to hang out or has a need or a worry or want, just talk to me. I'm here. You can send me a message anytime. If I don't answer, it's because my phone's dead or I'm having problems myself. But for the most part, I'll talk to anybody anytime about anything. I can't imagine what would be so incredible in your world that That would be the answer. So that's all I really want to talk about that tonight. We can talk about the good times of what he did in his life, but that part of it is over now. And just one more another lost friend. It's more people than he touched more people than he knew. And it's just sometimes that's the hardest thing to see. But yeah, you're an hour away, Ronnie Brummer said. Yeah, I know you are. You're always welcome to come up and visit. You ever get your license back, Ronnie? I know we were working on it there for a while, I think. Who's that? What is this little thing? Oh, Laura Boy. That's so funny. So tonight's a kind of special night. Vince Herman's gonna. Where'd you go? You go to the bathroom again? It's 4:20 Mountain Time. So in an hour, it's probably about time. We'll probably end this show about that time, and then we'll just stream his window or something. In about an hour, our friend Vince Herman's going to go on and do a show. He's going to sing just John Hartford stuff tonight. A little celebration, because today's the day that the album that I've been working on with a bunch of friends is coming out. Today is the day that they released the On the Road album on double vinyl. You heard about that album, Phil? The On the Road album?
Sorry about that, John.
Tribute to John Hartford, On the Road. Have you seen that yet?
No, I have not.
It's an album of a whole bunch of people doing John Hartford's music. I helped do the artwork for the cover, and it's all been produced and printed and released today. So after our show, Vince is going to do a special show for 4:20. We're just going to play Hartford songs.
When? Today?
Yeah, about 5:20 our time. So, but if we can stretch a show with no guests that long, we'll be doing pretty good. I haven't even opened my first beer yet. It's almost 4:20.
Okay. What does that mean? Holy.
Yeah, we take care of our selfish needs. I want to get a beer. Tell a joke.
I just went out and can't smoke that in my house. So. I'm sorry. Who did John say? Hey, Kathy Osborne, if you're still watching. Jake, how you doing? Whoever else is watching, miss you all. Miss all the best. That's where you see me at. Hope everybody's having a good. It's just started to be summer. Enjoying what they can. Just because things are open doesn't mean don't be responsible. I mean, you might live in a rural area. You're not city folk. Yeah,
I'm here. Sort of.
John leaves me.
I had to get a drink.
I know. I love those Sundays.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Happy free. 418 is you got the cheers.
418 with cheers. Hey, Jason Miles. So that's Jason Miles was somebody we were going to have on the show at one point in time.
Jason.
Jason would always be welcome to come on the show. People would love to see Jason Miles' face, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you a link just for the hell of it.
Hope you're doing fine, Jason. Saw you at Government Mule down in somewhere. And was talking about summer camp, and then.
When was that? That was the beginning of the year, wasn't it? Or end of last year, maybe.
I've been to summer camp. I want to do some artwork. I could do some for. Anyway, hope you're feeling well, brother. Peace.
I sent you the link, Jason. If you want to come on and say hi, you're welcome to. That's just up to you guys. Here's what Ronnie has to say. Let's listen to read comments by Ronnie. He says, "That's awesome. I'm putting a pizza in the oven. I hope to get a hit. 2 hits and the joint turns brown. I hope we get 2 hits and the joint turns brown." All right. Yeah, I like that idea. Hey. More than 2.
Oh, man.
You know. It's 4:20. That was the 4:20 alarm. I don't know if you're prepared. About to take flight.
I hand watched the show. I don't know, episode 4.
It's no big deal. Not the partake. Isn't it strange that the world has changed so much now that's just it's kind of okay. You said you stepped outside to have a cigarette. Well, I wonder, are there rules about I don't know. It seems sad in this day and age to have to
That's
think
the
that.
exact word. I don't know.
Well, it's hard this day and age to think that we have to still kind of hide it and be secretive about it, you know. And,
What, smoke?
I think my folks are over the fact that I smoked for years and years and years. You know, I don't know
No,
from.
I don't hide this pot smoking. Cigarettes, I don't smoke cigarettes in the house, even if I do smoke. Not in the house. Pot,
Yeah, we all love Miles.
fun of relatives. I'm old. They're old school. Even though they're doing it now, they bitched earlier.
Yeah, you think?
Okay, what's gonna happen? I saw a great picture. I saw a lot of Jeff Austin stuff today. It was
The year anniversary of his passing was 2 days ago, I think.
okay. I saw a great picture of him and Billy Strings, and I saw him have chills.
Yeah.
I saw it on Facebook, which I said, "Miss you, Jeff. I got your back," and it was just a killer picture with his back. I like that word. I got your back.
I've been watching a lot of cool stuff by him. He's been shared the last couple days. There's a Great American Taxi with Todd Snyder and Jeff Austin performance, and there's one that's a Dead Fish Orchestra with Jeff Austin.
Hey, John, I got your back. But you know what those goggles on? You look like one of those pilots in that old classic movie, Around the World in 80 Days, when he's flying that two-seated plane. Westchester, come on, come over here.
Chad Staley just said, I tried to get Chad Staley to come and be on the show, but he's recording an album with some people right now. Recording an album for some peeps, he says. So like those little marshmallow guys, he's making a record with those guys apparently. It just says I'm recording an album with some peeps, so I think that's what that means. Chad, we love you. That's really great. Oh, would you like to invite Jason Miles into the program?
Yes.
Let's bring him in. Ladies and gentlemen, a good friend of ours, somebody who's very important in all of what we do. Jason Miles, give it up, folks. Jason, what's up, buddy? Mr. Miles.
How are you boys doing?
Excellent. Oh, man, you look good, dude.
Good to
Happy
see
Friday, Jason.
Good to see you too, Phil.
I can't think of a longer span of time since I met you that we haven't seen each other.
Yeah, man, it's been pretty crazy. You know, I've been pretty much laid up since December. You know,
Yep.
trying to stay away from this crazy virus and
How are you feeling?
other issues I went through. I'm doing all right, man. Things are doing well. Everything's looking up, so
Good, good.
can't complain.
Awesome. If you don't know who Jason Miles is, folks, he does so much music promotion for so many different avenues of entertainment. It's a pretty amazing fella. Peoria area mainly, but I know he gets his hands and dirt feet in the mud all over the place. But man, Jason, we appreciate what you do and everything, all the stuff you've always done for everybody in the music.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate everything you guys do, man. I always love seeing both of you fellas out there around these festivals and concerts and wherever the hell we run into each other at, right?
A lot of music. A lot of times the front door at Kenny's, I see. That's where I've seen his last half dozen times, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Jason was one of those people when I first met. We kind of looked in each other's eyes, and it was just like whatever you need, I got, and it just always he was always there for me. And from his barbecue fest, got to meet Larry Keel for the first time, and Kalo, which is a big band. And, whatever, Jason was always there. He needed
Are you still pretty actively working on stuff, regardless of the lack of stuff?
Yeah, you know, trying to stay ahead of all this stuff and figure out, you know, what's going on, what we can do. Hoping that things turn around, we can all get back to seeing each other and seeing some great music.
They say, you know, it was because of COVID, but I got a feeling it was more because Miles wasn't around, so just we all stopped going out, man.
Well, you know, a lot of people told me I couldn't have picked a better time to have a heart attack.
I'll tell you what, we had part of a conversation we had recently was how busy the last few years have been. We've all been going so busy and doing so much, and it'd be nice to sort of take a little time off, but then not want to, and then all of a sudden, like, you know what, here's some time off. It's okay.
Yeah, it's good, man. You know, get back to hanging out with the family, you know, and getting a lot of projects tied up that I had laying around. So.
And you're pretty healthy now, Jason? I mean,
Yeah, man. I
couple surgeries, right?
been doing pretty well. You know, I was had a heart attack, had some complications after that stuff, but everything's looking good. They've given me a nearly clean bill of health now.
Good.
I've been got me a mountain bike. I've been riding a bunch. Rode about 10 miles yesterday. Going to go out once it cools off later this evening. I've been trying to get in like 5 miles a day at least.
Awesome.
You're going to cool off, right, Jason? It's hot as heck.
Oh man, it'll cool off later.
We started doing this about 7 weeks ago. I talked to you a few weeks back about when we were kind of starting it up. It's been an interesting experience, and people apparently are enjoying it. So we've decided to continue our little program here. And
yeah, I've cut in a couple times since seeing you, man. I was tried to get on that one time, but that just didn't work out. But glad to hop on and be able to talk to you guys, man.
everybody's in the chat. Everybody says they miss you, Miles, and we can't wait to see you. Jessica Wallace, Trinity Watson. See who else is saying hi. A bunch of people have said hi to you, and they're glad to see you. It's just good to, good to have you on the show, but I really do appreciate it.
I saw a lot of those folks over the weekend. I went to Roy Ponce's birthday party. He played at the Tartan Inn in Peoria outside.
I saw a photo from that. Nice little turnout, I guess.
Yeah, I stopped by there for a minute. I'm still trying to stay away from people and stuff, but I swung by and
Well, they probably don't want you around people anyway, right?
said hello. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Was there a band that played for your birthday out in your yard or something?
Still Shine showed up on my birthday. Yeah.
Nice.
So, that was pretty awesome.
Nice.
Those boys are getting back at it. They got a 4th of July show in Moscow.
Good.
A couple other things. Kickapoo Creek Winery coming up July 17th.
What country is that in?
Kickapoo Creek Winery. It's just outside of Peoria,
Peoria, okay.
out by Wildlife Prairie Park. If you're familiar with that.
Nice outdoor event. Yeah.
One of my sleeper bands, I see a lot of bands, but when I first saw Still Shine, didn't know the guys. Great music, and they're great guys.
Sure. Man.
Yeah. I think Wes dragged me into that pile. I'm sure he introduced me to all those guys. That's just a great
Daddy.
experience.
Yeah, we're all definitely missing Andrew, man. That's
Tell me about it, bud. Today, that's tough.
pretty sad news, man.
Music scene. You think about I was trying to find Farmageddon stuff. There's not a lot of footage of those bluegrass invasions. They happened so fast. They would just show up at the bar and play, and then they talk about it later.
That was the coolest thing, man. They'd like post on their Facebook, barnstorm, and then put a bar down.
Sometimes they would just say it's in this town or it's in this county, and the towns didn't have a whole lot of bars in them, but you had to go find it.
Yeah, and then you walk in, and they weren't like playing out, on a stage or nothing. They got behind the bar and played behind the bar
Right.
the bartender's way.
By a pool table, wherever there was space for them to sit up at, and they'd let them do it, man. That was cool.
It was a great time, man. And then, most of the bars didn't even know they were coming. So,
Invasion, no invasion.
it'd be like 4, 3, 4, 5 o'clock, whatever. It'd always be an off time, too, and then
Yeah.
become 100 people showing up, just getting hammered and dancing their butts off.
Pretty unbelievable that we lost a fellow like that. It's something we all got. I mean, we all do look out for each other. We're all, but sometimes we get just far enough away for just long enough time to forget that, And I'm guessing with Andrew, that's probably the way it went down, And I'll just hope for the best for his family, his daughter, everybody else, And Jenny, he and Jenny have been playing together for now almost 3 years now, and pretty much best friends. So that's I talked to her a little bit, and it's pretty tough, on some folks.
Yeah. Especially, his time in the Woodland Remedy, talked to some of those folks last night and this morning.
Yeah.
His times, man.
Sucks that stuff kind of brings us together when those things happen. It reminds us how big a family we have as friends.
It seems like that happens a lot more these days, and
Yeah.
man, We need to get live music going and get some festivals going again.
Yeah.
So we've been
Get
happy.
our souls going, yeah.
Have that the best kind of therapy you can have. Nice live band with a big crowd in front of it, and a couple beers, and good friends to hug, and I mean, phew, can't beat that, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what do you got coming up? What do you got coming up? You're working on this Kickapoo. Where's this at? Tell me about this.
Kickapoo Creek Winery is a winery just outside of Peoria. The boys are playing out there on the 17th of July. Supposed to have a couple of special guests sitting in with them.
Nice.
It'll be an outdoor thing, socially distanced.
Yep.
Should be a good time.
Sure, people can find information about that on the Shines page, Still Shines page, right?
Yep. Stillshinegrass.com.
Yep.
Hope to have some events coming up that we can talk about too.
Yep.
We've all been working hard at the Jay Goldberg offices trying to come up with some stuff and figure things out. State of Illinois is not.
I tuned into a whole bunch of the summer camp feed they gave for the summer camp feed. That was nice to see. Some of that stuff was really cool.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Cool the way they went about it with the different, just everybody involved and talking to everybody and in between stuff. It was really neat. I like that. It's been nice how festivals have been doing that as best they can to keep music. You know, we'd all be running those weekends and they just feed us music. It's great, you know.
Yeah, man, it's crazy not to have it. You know, it's like this is the longest stretch in you know, probably my life that I haven't.
Like since we were little kids, right?
Big stage or had something going on. You know?
Right.
We might have to close our eyes and wait till springtime.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of talk of things that aren't going to happen even now in the fall. This, you know, with the recent changes and the outbreak again, and
yeah, I mean, in the last 24 hours, I think things
Yeah.
have changed a whole bunch in a lot of people's eyes. So.
yeah, like
Right.
maybe we shouldn't be outside and shouldn't be hugging and kissing, you know, and stuff. But I'm patient. I've been since the beginning. Everybody we've talked to about it, I've been real patient. I'm just patient. I'm gonna, you know, we'll see what happens. I had to kind of restructure how I do things without the festival income and whatnot.
States are doing really good. Minnesota, Wisconsin, Indiana, Illinois, compared to other states, I do believe.
Now we're getting good grades in Illinois. Yeah.
We open up number 4, stage 4 this weekend. You know, I live close to Chicago, so see what happens.
Oh, we got Missy May, and Ned are on here now. A whole bunch of good people have tuned in tonight. Chris Rader from Cluster Pluck. I think we might have more views already tonight, Phil, than we had the first night. I don't know. I'm not paying attention.
Good to see him.
We don't really. It's all unprofessional. It's all just for fun. We just want to hang out with each other and see. You know, we normally would have weekends where we get to hang out, and this is what we've been doing. You know, it settles for a little bit.
Other guests on.
I got a good collection of Phil's stuff hanging up here in my house.
Yeah, let's see some Phil's work it.
What you got, Jason?
Heart of Illinois.
Yeah, it's the
Barry Keel Experience, Still Shine.
The Brain Brothers, when Brainchild started the Wood Brothers tribute band, and then
Yeah.
Boom, those are all from the 3 of them from the Heart of Illinois Barbecue Bluegrass, and 1 from the Still Shine ones from down on the farm.
Right on, man. I was at Shoe Fest, and I didn't know you from Adam, and you said, "Come on down to this fest," and you treat you. Yeah, it was a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
You got a lot. You have a lot of great art on your wall. It looks like, Jason.
Yeah, dude, I got.
Big Head Todd, nice.
And the Monsters. A lot of cool stuff, wow.
Yeah.
Looks like Vince Herman's house.
Well, when Vince came on the show, he showed us all of his artwork.
That was pretty intense. Nice collection.
Yeah, that's a living room here. There's a Billy Strings.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one.
Really?
Yeah. He's announced that whole unplugged or the whole tour, basically a streaming tour, selling tickets for it. Like, I mean, I've definitely tried to pitch in when bands are doing stuff like that and give back a little bit, you know, if I can, every time I watch their feeds and stuff. But Billy, they're taking it on kind of like a let's make a tour out of it and let you know. Easiest way to go on whole Billy tour from your couch.
Yeah.
Have you been to Driftless Gardens in Wisconsin, Jason?
No, but I know those cats. I've had
People Brothers Band, Tim Locklear.
yeah, I've had Tim and the People's Brothers Band down here at Kenny's multiple times.
Okay,
Been
they
at
got a
summer
couple-
camp too, and worked with them at summer camp on the road up in Madison too.
Yeah, nice.
They got a couple festivals spring and fall. Laura and her friend are going up to Driftless Gardens where it's at to see Frog Leg. It's like a drive-in where you.
Yeah, they got horseshoes and hand grenades coming up there too, I think.
Correct. I just saw they have a few tickets left, so they're doing that thing experience. It worked out their first show last week, so they're going to keep continuing to do that. So
I did hear about an interesting festival that's going to be the last weekend in September. Same weekend that they rescheduled Hartford for pending. But there's another festival in Versailles, Indiana, and it's got like horseshoes and hand grenades and henhouse prowlers. It's called the First City Fest, I think. I'll get the name for sure. I never heard of it before. It used to be a party with Flatland Harmony, and they turned it into a small festival. And then the city of Versailles is sponsoring it now, so it's like in this big park area. You know, hey, there'll be a few things that are going to happen. Hopefully we'll slowly get to ease back into some music and fun.
Yeah, I hope so. You know, Kenny's has been having some like duos and trios outside. This weekend, tonight and tomorrow, they're streaming the Goose bingo shows.
Where are they having them play music at Kenny's? Like in the little smoking area, kind of? Like the...
They actually, so like if you're walking out of the front door of Kenny's,
Uh-huh.
straight ahead on the curb, on the sidewalk between like the parking meters, they set up there facing the building of Kenny's.
That's cool. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
See, we'll find a way.
Oh, yeah. You know, like what much else we could do down there, but
I saw...
the Child show. It was Pretty's birthday yesterday, I do believe they played.
yeah, I went and saw the Brainchild Boys last night. They played up at Pizza Works.
No kidding. I dig that.
Nice. Brainchild. They're so awesome.
So it's not
Big
big,
Brainchild.
So we went up there and had dinner last night and watched Brainchild for a bit.
They were one of the first bands that said, "Hey, can you make us a poster?" And about them, it was Brainchild, 56 Hope Road, and then Great American Taxi were the first few bands that said I should help with posters. And Brainchild still to this day, they like me still. It's pretty cool.
Oh, you did the Moon Party flyer.
Yeah, we did a Moon Party Dance Party one. That was one of Brandon's last shows. Probably getting close. And then before that, we did a.
The New Year's Eve one with them, an afternoon moon with the tricycle with the broken wheel.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Oh yeah.
All of it somewhere.
There's a good handful of Brainchild posters out there that I worked on back in the early years of my stuff, you know. And still to this day, if they ask me for something, I'll jump on it. You know, that's something. So many people always help.
Laura just whispered in my ear that my dad's watching for the first time, and he just had a little stroke this past weekend. He's at home watching for the first time. Hey, Pops, I'll see you tomorrow.
Cheers to Phil's dad. Cheers, Phil's dad. Thanks for bringing us Phil.
Pops.
Phil's dad.
All right.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow. No barbecue.
Well, boys, I gotta get rolling.
Hey.
It's been nice talking to you.
Yeah, very nice to talk to you, Jason. And Mr. Miles, thank you so much, and we'll.
See you in person sometime soon.
Sure will, bud. Sure
Hopefully
will.
at summer camp for the first time ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Jason Miles, everybody. Thank you, Jason, for coming in the show today on the Phil John Show. Good friend of ours. Thank you, Jason.
Have a good one, guys. I'll see you.
Call him Miles. Everybody calls him Miles. It's okay. All right. Let's engage the star drive. Set the alarm.
That was very nice.
That was very nice. That was really nice. Yeah. I sent him the link. I looked up and he was waiting in the waiting room, so this is good that he came in. Everybody likes to see Jason Miles. He promotes so much music. He's such a good friend. He's always there to give you a big hug if you see him at the show. So it's
I met him and we hit it up.
So we had no guests tonight, and we had a guest. That worked out just about right.
Well, you know, because we're getting popular.
I guess so. I don't know. Popular. It's pretty much the same people that are logging in last week that logged in this week. That's okay. I see two more friends in there. Brian Flick's out there.
Talking over each other. I'm at a delay.
Huh?
Nothing. I'm on a delay. Okay, it was nice.
Yeah, it was real nice. He's a good man. Yeah. Um, he's he's always been real supportive of what I do and helpful, and he likes to see me coming. He always he's one of those people that when he sees me coming, he smiles, and that makes you feel good. Pretty consistent. Oh, Brian Flick's watching. Brian Flick does the sound at the Castle Theater. If you've ever been to the Castle Theater, that's a heck of a place to go see music. It'll be back open again eventually.
You guys got your party garden sign I sent you? Hopefully in your yard.
Did you get your party garden side, Brian? I don't know. Canton Shoe Cruise here, says Missy Porter.
Invitation, yeah, garden show next month.
Oh, so we can't forget to mention that our show was underwritten by Tom Harmon, Tom Harmon 712
Oh, Tommy.
on archive.org. Our good friend Tom Harmon. He wrote the show, which means he didn't write enough jokes, and we have to make up jokes to fill in the spaces. Thank you for underwriting our show, Tom.
At John Griffin's birthday party, summer solstice. We can't tell you the bands because it was private last week. Thank you for Tommy for bringing me albums and picks, and Trinity Watson for bringing me boxes of albums, CDs, 8-tracks, and good stuff.
All that came. She brought you all that stuff out to the house.
Oh yeah, and it was tough to go home with because the car was back, but thank you. Got some gems, some that I won't paint on. It always is. It's like kid in a candy store. Thank you very much.
You guys got a pretty good start. You're off and early, pretty good, I think. Oh.
2-minute break. I'll be right back. You can talk to somebody. Get us a guest.
Hey, we got a tip. Somebody tipped us. We got a tip. I'll tell you about it later.
Later.
Well, yeah, when nobody's around, we can't talk financials with the shit at the table.
I thought when the yellow light goes on, we're talking. No one's listening. So.
Right now, there's plenty of people listening. I'm not going to tell you the number because it's ridiculous.
Okay. Maybe I shouldn't leave.
It's not Billy Strings ridiculous or anything like that, but it's makes me feel good about what we do. Yeah, you can go. You need to go have a smoke, do you? We could have an intermission. I know. Where everybody shares it. Everybody goes to the share button. They click share. I guess if they think we have any redeemable value. It was good to see Jason Miles. Yeah,
he's playing at 6:00, and there's another band after that in Yorkville office. I live outside of Aurora.
Tonight?
We're about 10 minutes away, and the skies look dark as heck, so that's not going to happen. And there's 3 bands tomorrow, so if you want to come out and see live music, it's free.
Me?
I saw a cloud of smoke. You got a fire in there?
It's incense.
Fire, I see it.
It's incense. Ryan Dirty. I'll go ahead and take a break. I want to tell you something real quick. So I've been having this thought about Facebook lately. What happens whenever somebody changes their name on Facebook? It's basically like going into the Facebook witness protection program, because you relate to somebody's name for a long time, and they interact, and you interact with them, and you create these relationships with people. And like, say somebody's name was Where's Ronnie, and everybody builds this huge rapport, and then they make him change it to his real name, which you don't recognize right away. And for a while, you just think there's some stranger that's sitting on your feed. It takes a while to get there to figure out who they are. So if you ever want to go into the Facebook Witness Protection Program, all you have to do is change your name to something clever, and nobody will be able to find you ever, and your reactions will be somewhat ignored because they'll be seen as somebody else who has a silly name. That's my soapbox for today. But then some people that come, you get to come back and you rebuild it again. I mean, we know Ronald Brummerstedt now. We don't know Where's Ronnie anymore. We all know Ronald Brummerstedt, and that's okay because we love Ronnie and we miss Ronnie at the events, and we get to hopefully see him back before we know it. And well, there's a whole bunch of comments. Whoa! There's a lot of comments. That's great. Appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. Phil had to take a break. I think he has his bladder old, I guess, and he has to pee a lot more than me, which I have to pee a lot too, but. Yeah, we really can't wait to get back together with our festival family. Ron Cullum, my good friend Ron and Bev from, I guess, I don't know where exactly they're from. Southern Illinois, I'm guessing. That's where I always see them at. They are some good folks, man. They joined the show tonight. They come visit us. If you missed the beginning and half of the show, you can stream it later. We had our good friend Jason Miles come on of the infamous Milesy Miles and Miles. He's a wonderful cat that promotes a lot of music in our area. Support the people that support the music. If somebody supports the music and they support the events, then Oh, but Brian, yeah, I guess Brian, yours is okay because it's Brian Blick, and there was some sort of politics or something that happened that day when you changed your name, so there was some reason for your name change, which is the reason that people get into the witness protection program. But it's a way to hide on Facebook. You just change your name a little bit and change your picture, and then it takes people 10 or 11 clicks to realize it's you again. You know, that's my opinion for the day. I have plenty of them. Today is June 26th, 2020, and today an album is being released with my artwork on the cover and something I'm very proud of. It's called On the Road, a tribute to John Hartford, and it contains a whole bunch of tracks that are well, I can preview some, but I could get in trouble. I could preview a little bit, a piece of what Johnston City, Illinois. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I'm gonna preview this one. Let's preview one they haven't previewed yet. Cause we're on the show, so this album comes out today. You gotta go online and order it. It's On the Road, a tribute to John Hartford. Find it pretty easily. My art's on the cover. It's the High Hawks. Doing Waffle. Sorry, Dad, if I forced to share this.
Well, you can do anything if you've a mind. It's whatever you can find. Just take a little time.
I think I see Katie Hartford. Hold on there. Hey, Katie, how you doing? Good to see you on the show today. Tom Harmon.
I know a girl that nobody's fool. She wouldn't go to church. She wouldn't go to school. She met it with the preacher in her grandma's attic. And now the poor chick's a religious fanatic on
Intermission. Take a break. Have a break.
yeah, you can do anything.
It's Underground Radio.
If you've a
Unreleased track.
it's whatever you can find. Just to take a little time. Follow the signs, let things rhyme. It's whatever you can find.
I feel like Jon Zone.
Sit around banging on the tabletop. Can't sit still and I'm too slow to stop. People in the corner gotta stop and stare. You can't take a hippie out anywhere. I'm going
You want to listen to the rest of the album, which you really ought to get the rest of the album. It's so good. It's okay, Phil. We had a little musical later. We had a music video.
So nice and so humid out there. What were you playing, John?
A little clip from the album that's coming out today, the John Hartford On the Road album. I don't know if I was supposed to share it, but I went ahead and shared it anyway. It was a really good track of the High Hawks doing Wapah. Now the bands in this album, there's 14 tracks. Well, no, there's more tracks than 14. There's actually 15 tracks. And you got people like Sam Bush, Fruition, Yonder Mountain String Band, the infamous String Dusters, Leftover Sam, the Traveling McCurries, Railroad Earth, Keller Williams with the Traveling McCurries, the Band of Heathens, Todd Snyder, Horseshoes and Hand Grenades, John Carter Cash with Jerry Douglas, which is Johnny Cash's son, and the High Hawks, Greg Garrison, Danny Barnes. It's a great album. Came out today. It's called No, that's not what it's called. It's called On the Road, a tribute to John Hartford.
Did you do the artwork for the cover?
I did the artwork for the cover. Let's see if I can.
Holy moly!
You want to see it? Let's see if I'll find it for you. Let's see if we can show it off.
Stoned or something this week or last week.
So sitting around banging on a tabletop, something, and 2 stone stop. We had to have a little what you call a little break in the fun for bootlegging. All right, hold on, I gotta find the cover.
Need some more volume here.
Yeah, so here's the cover.
Where? Are you sure?
So
Are you supposed to be showing this? We'll
Well,
see.
Yeah, you can show it. Well, they're sharing that part online. So this is the cover we did. It's
When
It
you
looks
tune
like an old
into the
newspaper.
show,
I can't show you the rest of it because it's not
I'm supposed to say hi to hey, Sean Regan, my old friend.
Sean Regan, Ron Cullum. You know Ron and Bev Cullum. You know Ron and Bev.
What's in that water bottle on here?
Hey, I'm gonna go on a golf cart ride.
Amy's gonna crash. There's the bathroom. There's the vending booth coming up. There's my vending booth. Woo! Oh, I missed that place.
Yeah, Bean Blossom. That would be the first day before anybody gets there. I'm not even set up yet. We love our Bean Blossom. What else we got in here? And we also, who are we sponsored by tonight, Phil? We're sponsored by My Tall Tripod. Tonight's show is sponsored by My Tall Tripod. This guy.
That's him?
That's him.
You know, honestly, he's got a sock shirt on.
Cover it up.
That's all right. He's got, I know that guy. Right on, dude. I'm gonna give you. Ooh. And I've been right behind that, right where basically you are. Not where the cat's at, but where you're bending. Yeah. I missed that place.
It's that time I went for a car ride with Big Bird.
I just watched the Big Bird thing about whatever the history of the guy who was Big Bird. That was good.
Carol Spinney. What was his name? I think his name was Carol Spinney. I love the Muppets.
Carol, yeah, Carol.
Everything
Yeah,
Muppets.
yeah.
It's very important. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel comfortable now.
Did you eat anything? Would you eat anything for pizza?
Yeah.
Some wings. You want pizza? You want wings? You want bread? What?
Something with pepperoni and cheese.
So just a pizza?
I
Looks like
guess.
we're sleeping.
I don't know what they have there. She could surprise me. She knows what I like.
Marinating some chicken and buttermilk all day. It's going to be like 20 some hours.
I ate a late lunch, and then on Fridays it's been kind of a late dinner night because we've been doing this show. We picked a weird time to do the show. You all should probably be cooking dinner right now if you're watching the show. That's okay.
You pick your time?
My time or your time? What time zone are you in?
Whatever time it is. I mean, I really don't care what time it is.
Is that a Prince album?
On Saturday.
Do you have a Prince album hang out today?
What's that?
Do you have a Prince album?
Big fan of Prince. I met Prince.
That's what you were saying in a previous show, but you haven't told the story yet.
What's me?
Is it about how you met Prince, or why you met Prince, or like did you play basketball with Prince, or?
What Prince? Prince of Monaco? Prince of that guy, that
Prince of
Minnesota
Tides.
guy. Oh yeah, that guy.
Or this
I know
guy.
who ran the Dumbledore Metro, and he's Phil and John. I didn't paint to finish.
Well, do you do rock for number 7? Because you thought you lost all your rocks.
That was the first one, John.
This was number 1.
I got to do it. I got the paints right here. You got to do number 7. Here's the rock. It's going yellow and orange. I'm going to do it while I'm talking. Yeah, I met Prince laying in bed. He used to go to a lot of shows, meet a lot of bands, backstage, whatever. And he goes, Prince is playing an after-show party at 1 o'clock at Dumbledore or Metro, whatever. And I go, I'm sleeping. He goes, Prince is playing after show anyway. I get in there. I knew, what was his name? What's his name? He's been the bouncer there. And there'd be a line of people. I just walk by the line and go right in all the shows. I see Alkaline Trio, Smashing Pumpkins, all. So anyway, Prince played the after show party at 1 o'clock. He played 5 songs. Got to see him backstage. Whatever. We had cake. They were drinking cake and Heineken. I heard Laura yelling out there. And he shook my hand for 30, but he gave eye contact. So that's my Prince story. I don't know.
I never met Prince.
You have that, but Prince was pretty cool.
But I liked his music. I grew up. He was one of my favorites when I was a kid. We actually I wasn't even a sleepover. We went to my friend's house when I was a kid. My mom and dad had some friends, and they had some kids, so we'd all hang out. And they picked out 2 movies for us to watch. And the first movie was Prince, Purple Rain. And the second movie was Willie Nelson, Honeysuckle Rose. So I was like 11 years old, 12 years old, and those movies stuck with me. Willie Nelson and Prince in the same night stuck with me pretty hard. That's like those are my roots, I guess. Willie Nelson and Prince, maybe some Def
And
Leppard.
two of my favorites, I like the diversity of music. There's the start of Phil and Jon Zone. Number
Oh, you're working on it right now. I'm so impressed. I should be painting too.
Oh.
Paint.
Jewel was the bouncer. Hey, Jewel. He's my friend for some 20 years, Jewel. Yeah, from Double Door and the Metro. Chris Deese and Joe Shanahan. And just saw a lot of good times. Cheap Trick. A lot of stories. I'm old. A lot of good stories from Chicago. Thank you, my brother Eric. Thank you, Chris Deese.
I'll be careful. So you're painting during the show. This is the first time we've ever painted during the show, so I'm painting too.
Yeah, me too. We got to do live painting together.
We are. Well, this week, I did ask a special guest.
I don't like this Zoom stuff. We got to do it together, like when you do it.
Oh yeah, I know.
You do it. It's tough for me. It's tough. I'm an old fart. Maybe I'll learn.
I sent a message to Scramble Campbell today and asked him if he would do a show with me where we paint together.
Yeah.
Do you know who Scramble Campbell is? I also, first of all, I started the conversation by asking him if he'd be on our show, but he never responded. You know who that is, though?
If I hear a good song that I like, I'm going to play it up a little bit loud while I paint. You want to join us along? I'm in a club, Quarantine Rock Painters. Everybody paint along. Phil and Jon Zone. Just get a rock, not too big. It's a little bigger than. I went to Hobby Lobby's finally open.
I went there yesterday.
Masters touch paints.
I went there yesterday. I did. I put my mask on. I went to Hobby Lobby and I got some
Hobby Lobby and Walmart. They got 50-cent paints. Good deal. Maybe you got painter throwing away artist paint. Give it to me and John.
I got these big ones.
Did
So
you?
we're gonna do some
They
live
have
art where the whole
canvases,
screen is the painting pretty soon.
Is that just one?
I got 3 of them. This was just a one pack.
I got 3 for.
They were half off, so I bought 3 of them.
That's the only way to go. And Hobby Lobby's got that 40% off if you want to get a big item.
Yep. I feel bad when I leave Hobby Lobby and I haven't used the 40% off coupon.
I don't feel bad about nothing.
You shouldn't. You're freaking amazing. Dude, Ronnie knows Joe Shanahan.
Who?
Ronnie, he knows Joe Shanahan.
Yep.
Does that name mean something to you?
You know Chris Deese? You booked all the bands. I got stories on that. Oh, boy. Not all of it, yeah. You booked all of it. My brother's son.
This is the first time we painted on the show. I'm not going to go for very long because I
Phil and Jon Zone. That's it's paint on rocks. So look.
Until we can get together and paint on some signs and shoes.
I'm better on canvas, like these small mediums. Just to let my arm fly. But the albums seem to sort of.
Ooh, that's a big clump of paint.
I'm doing a bunch of still a couple garden signs. Hopefully, it's tomorrow. But they just anyway. Big barnwood signs, probably twice as big as the normal ones, like this. Give peas a chance. It's going to be twice as big. These are 20, and the other ones are going to be 30, but they're bigger and wider, and they're. Should get one or one of a kind.
Me? I got one.
We should get 2.
This one's mine. This is mine. I want more like 6 or 7.
It looks, you know what it is? It's a paddle too.
So
or a sword or saber.
Just saber. No, I'm gonna make a cool moss garden out of it. You'll see.
Old barnwood, man. That thing is and it's light. You get old barn. Yeah.
Can you still see it? Yeah. That's my Phil. Phil made that. I have something that Phil made in my studio, and he's got something that I made in his studio. So that's kind of how it works. Now on this wall, you can't see it, but there's a picture of Phil on the wall up here. There's actually there's at least 2 pictures of Phil on this wall, right, that I can see right here. One that Richie Darling drew, and Richie's gonna have a hard week this week too. And then I have a button. Brad's Big Buttons. Let's get sponsored by Brad's Big Buttons.
Mr. Buttons, yeah. I got I have 5. Not if. I have 5 downstairs, and every time he does it, and hey, Mr. Buns.
See, Ronnie just asked where's Vince, but I kind of worded it weird early because like Vince was going to come out at 5:20, but he's going to actually be on his page at 5:20. So at 5:20, Vince Herman's doing a special John Hartford
Is he
show.
really?
He's gonna, at 5:20.
Honey, can you get the volume on the computer, please?
But that's not for another 20 minutes or so. He would probably come on right at 5:20. He usually comes on pretty close to on time.
Well, it's 5:20 his time. It's 4:20 our time again.
Well, no, it is 5:20 our time. It's 4:20. It's 4:20 his time. Because he's mountains.
The dude's gonna wipe out in the wave. Don't not do that anymore, John. He's gonna
I don't know how to do, I don't tell John to take me off.
Take you off?
Yeah, so I could turn up the volume for him.
He doesn't need the volume. Can you not hear me? Can you not hear me this whole time?
I can hear you, but I'm a little bit quiet here. Maybe because we're good.
Yeah. Is he fine, John?
It's an hour into the show now. I'm told I can't hear.
At like 5:20 is when Vince is supposed to go on. We'll if we're still on, we're still on. The best thing about all these Facebook Live videos is that you can watch them later. Not that I would go back and watch our videos later because I don't know.
No, I wouldn't watch my own thing. I
get enough out of it doing it.
Vince sang us a song. That was pretty cool, but.
And I know I can go back and I can actually cut those.
Over here though.
Could cut those pieces out. I like the color of your bedroom. Is it like turquoise? Green?
Mm-hmm. It's a bedroom, man.
Yeah.
I want to do the studio. Then it would.
Where'd that arm? Whose arm was that?
There's tchotchkes everywhere.
Hey, she's not on the cat. She's not on the cast. Hold on a second.
Laura
from Aurora. Our good Laura. We love our Laura. Man, it was really good to see you guys last week. If you can see people, at least try. Have a great night, Ron. Ron and Dad taking out. Ryan needs the 3-piece waves.
Can't leave.
Well, we'll have to talk, Brian. There is the 3 pieces. It's 4:20 all the time, is what Rummerstedt says. It's 4:20 all the time. Which is, some people live that way. I guess I do too. I guess it happens. It's part of it's just.
Laura's worried about what's in the background on the walls. The first show, she wiped down underneath the bed, like the camera's gonna go underneath the bed.
It could. Hey, the background. It's important to check the background in your pictures. That's just part of it, Wow. Show number 7, hour 2. Maybe hour 2 music. Hold on a second.
I got in the background. Ears.
Please hang up and try again.
Well, that was weird. I was looking more something like this. Hour 2.
Hour number 2. Show number 7. Like it, watch that. Not on the beach.
Not on the beach.
Can't tell you.
We are in the Phil and Jon Zone, sponsored tonight by Job Rolling Papers. We're everywhere is 420. And a chicken.
I'm going stir crazy, as you can see. This is just
a chicken by the name of Pizza Butt. This is Pizza Butt. Everybody meet Pizza Butt.
I want some chicken. Well, I'm making chicken, and it's marinating in buttermilk. But then you got to show a chicken like that. Now I'm not going to eat the chicken because I love animals. Thanks a lot, John. I'm going vegetarian now. I'm going to go in the garden.
I'm going to the Phil and Jon Zone.
It's a good picture.
Night 1. That was night 1. That was one of the first screen captures we had from our show.
I think he's under the bed.
Don't let her.
Somebody sent me a photo. It's of a dog. Oh, it's cute.
I'm supposed to look at it. Okay, there's no. What are you screaming?
What am I screaming?
We have fireworks constant here. I don't know. People live in the city. I lived in the city for a while, and it's not M80s, M560s constantly all day long. In the rainstorm, they had a fireworks show for half hour. I'm like, what you guys doing? I guess they got a lot of stuff to go off. It's just everywhere. everywhere you turn. So if you come and see a good fireworks show for free, come to my house, mine and Laura's, and just sit in the backyard and pretty cool.
Yeah, there's been a lot of fireworks. It hasn't been as bad. We haven't had as many as you probably have been dealing with, but we've been enough. And some people in town have been complaining. In other parts of town, it's worse. I don't know. We're pretty lucky where we live, I guess. What are you working on this week? Got any projects, Phil?
Oh yeah, I started a lot of new projects. I'm sure they're downstairs. I'm doing. Laura likes going. Oh, so she likes going to the thrift store. I got some new beeswax candles. That's not my project. I love beeswax because I can burn them downstairs and there's no carcinogens in them.
Yeah.
So, I like in my studio and it's downstairs in the basement. So I get all these letters she keeps getting. They're letters from the Salvation Army or whatever she goes to. They're $10 a letter at Hobby Lobby. She gets them for whatever, real cheap. And I paint them out if you want a letter. She got L today, got an R today. So I could do any artwork on these. So I have like 8 different letters downstairs. I started on a few.
So since we're sponsored by that chicken, hold on, let's go back to the chicken real quick. You keep talking. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get
Chick-fil-A. Are they sponsoring us?
No, we're sponsored by this chicken.
Oh, I've never had a Chick-fil-A sandwich.
It lives in Bloomington, Illinois, folks, and we're asking.
That's what I'm working on.
We're asking for donations for Pizza Butt. No, we're not asking for donations for Pizza Butt because Pizza Butt has actually offered to give us some eggs for our show, so we can have eggs during the show.
Okay.
People can sponsor the show in different ways. It's not always about giving money. I mean, you could give us a half dozen.
You can sponsor yourself. You can sponsor your friends.
Well, can you pick your friend's nose, though? That's what I always wondered. Mom told me something about that when I was a kid, but I forgot how it goes. You can pick your friends. You can pick your nose. Oh, but you can't pick your friend's nose. That's right. Yippee!
I got that button.
So we're talking about that new album coming out. Should we play another song off of it since we're live?
Yes.
Do you guys want to hear another song off of that album that's coming out? And this one's is one of my favorites. It's on there. It's Keller Williams with the Traveling McCurries. I do not own the rights to this music. It's owned by Low-Hi Records, and you can check it out on the road. A tribute to John Hartford. Type it in, you'll find it right away. It's on Low-Hi Records. It's been released today. It's got a whole bunch of great people doing the songs of John Hartford. So we're going to let this one play out for a second while we take another little disco break, and everybody enjoy.
Now when it gets dry and you want to get high, I gotta clean them seas just one more time.
Buy this out.
Granny, won't you smoke some? Granny, won't you smoke some? Granny, won't you smoke some marijuana? Granny, won't you smoke some? Granny, won't you smoke some? Granny, won't you smoke some marijuana?
Ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Now I used to sit around and sing about booze.
Cheers.
Now I just sing about whatever I use. Granny, won't you smoke some? Granny, won't you smoke some? Granny, won't you smoke some marijuana? Granny, won't you smoke some? Granny, won't you smoke some? Granny, won't you smoke some marijuana? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now now you get the milk, I get cookies, we'll sit around and do the thing. Granny will smoke some, Granny will smoke some, Granny will smoke some marijuana. Granny will smoke some, Granny will smoke some, Granny will smoke some marijuana. Hey, you know I like to smoke down short and eat the road. Granny will smoke some, Granny will smoke some, Granny will smoke some marijuana. Granny will smoke some, Granny will smoke some, Granny will smoke some marijuana.
Get this out on the road. Tribute John Mercer. You have to get it today. I'll put a link in the thing in a minute. It's a really good album.
Well, the kids are praying, looking for the man that runs out, looking for the marijuana. Granny will smoke some, Granny will smoke some, Granny will smoke some marijuana. Granny will smoke some, Granny will smoke some, Granny will smoke some marijuana. Crying on knees, get away, Granny, get away, please. Well, let's get high, listen to the Beatles, ain't much fun now that it's legal. Granny will smoke some, Granny will smoke some, Granny will smoke some
It's so weird.
marijuana. Granny will smoke some, Granny will smoke some, Granny will smoke some marijuana.
All right. And just in time, after smoking the marijuana, somebody bring me munchies.
Munchies.
Also, my life is brought to you partially by Little Debbie Snack Cakes.
It's like it was planned or something.
Nutty Buddies. And they used to be called Nutty Bars, and they changed it to Nutty Buddy, but everybody used to call them Nutty Buddies. And I realized when they changed it to Nutty Buddies from Nutty Bar, I don't know. Anyway, artificially delicious. We love it. Anyway, that's a little track off of the album there that we're not really supposed to be playing probably live on our show, but we're gonna play. We're gonna just let's see what happens. If they mute me, they mute
You're
me.
in trouble now. I didn't
know.
even take my break yet. Hold on.
You didn't take a break yet. Well, maybe play another song, but maybe I don't know. That was 2 I released
Play one
already.
more song. You already
Ooh.
told everybody here.
I guess it really shouldn't and couldn't hurt too bad as long as I promote the
Do we have
people
a
who.
guest at do we have a guest at 5:20?
No, we don't, man.
No.
No, what do you think? That is happening on his page. It's not happening on our page. We're just promoting the album tonight for the On the Road album. We're trying to get everybody to purchase the On the Road album. My artwork's on it. It makes everybody smile and happy. It's all the songs of Don Hartford that we all love. And so, do you want to hear another song? I don't know if I should play another song. I'm going to look at the reactions here real quick. Where's the reactions? Oh, they're on this other page. I got to click over here. Machete in the room. Hey, Tim on a boat. I like Tim. I like when I get my messages and it's a picture of my friend Tim on a boat. Looks like he'd been swimming. I went in the lake yesterday. Where'd you go, Phil? Oh, well, he left. He doesn't love me anymore. At 5:20, coming up here in a little bit, we're going to probably go off pretty soon, and we're going to go over to Vince Herman's page and watch the Vince Herman show. We'll probably play one more song before we go. But we'll see. We'll see how that, you know. Art for sale. Anyway, so we appreciate everybody tuning in tonight, though. Machete, you're a little late tonight. Normally, Machete, you're here right at the beginning of the show, and just joining us now. I think that's the best comment all night. Hello. It's good to see you too, buddy. Miss you. We hope we get to see you soon.
I was out on the deck.
Machete checked in. Machete came in.
Hey, Scott.
Yeah. So I
I
think
visit you. The car's fixed. We got it fixed yesterday. I had to come and get that barn wood and that rail. I got some ideas for that. I'll come out. Kind of busy this weekend, but I'll come out and see you. Good to see you, Scott.
we love our Machete. So yeah, so it's not a bad show. I don't have another guest though, Phil. Were you under the impression that I had another guest at 5:20?
Do you think we have any good shows? What do you mean this is not a bad show?
Oh no, I didn't say that. I said it was a good show. What did I say? I'll have to rewind and check that out. I don't remember. No, we don't have another guest though. I was thinking if you were under the impression that we had another guest tonight, unless it's this guy. Can you name the famous actor in the picture? It's Pee-wee. We don't have the rights to that image either.
What? Go back. You have to go.
We don't have to go anywhere.
No, the dog. He's got to go outside. It's Daddy's dog. He's sitting right here. He goes, Go into bed. Come on, watch the show. Go say bye. You're already on. Go. See?
So
Hang out. It's not 6 o'clock. Then you get your treat and food. Okay. Just take it easy. Yeah, here she comes. She hears what's going on. We're watching it on the deck. So when I go take a break, we're watching it also.
So you're one of our viewers. That's good. So if Laura's one of our viewers, and then another one of our viewers is Amy, and my 2 kids, then we can just always subtract like 4 people from the 9 people that are watching anyway. I think we have a pretty dedicated crew of people that come in and watch. Some kids recognize
Yeah,
Phil.
I mean, we give some information. I mean,
Well, those kids last week, they recognized you from the TV show.
You're bored. You got
person.
nothing to do. You got no friends if you're watching it.
Me? You're my only buddy. You're my friend. I mean,
Well, they me too. Like, what do you think? Just if anybody else is watching, it's
all that
like,
we're, this is just reaching out to a friend and saying hello.
Happy Friday.
I wasn't about to let Phil have a whole spring without seeing me, in summer.
I saw you last weekend, and it was.
You think you had enough of me already?
It's Friday already.
I know.
I mean,
Did that happen?
we had at summer solstice last weekend that we can't tell people about, otherwise they get mad.
Phil, do you think that it was a really short week?
Stormy week or short week?
Short week, like it happened. It went fast, like it was instantly over.
Oh, you sure did.
Yeah.
Tell you about Tommy Harmon. Tommy Harmon's always a good supporter of his goofiness. Nice album, the Miles Over Mountain album. That's pretty. What's the artist's name? Or the guy who paints that? Pretty cool.
What? Are we starting to get? What's happening? Is this the part of the show where we run out of Tom's jokes to tell? Tom, we need more jokes.
I can't give jokes.
Tom Harmon needs to write more jokes for us. He's our underwriter.
He's the Undertaker.
He kind of is the Undertaker. I could see him in a wrestling situation. Like as a professional wrestler, he comes out and he's just like, rah, and he whoops him over the head with a mic.
If anybody lives near Aurora, you can come in our backyard and social distance and have a beer. We're going to crank some tunes.
Oh, Phil. If I lived in Aurora, I'd come to your house and crank tunes.
I'm sure she's not Jessica Wilde, I do believe. She's having her birthday party in Batavia. Great.
Tom Dean. I think we need to discuss Tom Dean for a second.
Central's playing at 6. We're going to miss that. We're going to sit in our backyard.
Another one of our sponsors tonight was Tommy Dean.
In our backyard, social distancing. When you have to hear fireworks and mariachi music.
I want to talk about one of our sponsors, Tommy Dean, for just a second. He's a pretty avid follower, and he's somebody whose art I really enjoy. My daughter brought me over to his art stand once and showed me his artwork. She said, "Dad, this is cool. I got to show you this art." And I ended up getting her a T-shirt and a couple T-shirts and other kinds of other weird things. And my hat, the hat that I wear all the time, that everybody's like, "I like your hat, man." It's my Tommy Dean hat, which I just don't see it in here right now. I think it's in the other room. But I think we should have Tommy Dean on the show one week and show off some of his artwork.
Oh
too.
yeah, sure.
I think that'd be an excellent addition to the show. Tom, if you'd be interested, I'll send you a message for before next week possibly. We'll have you come on as a guest artist. Because we've had a lot of musicians on our show, and some of the musicians showed us artwork, but we haven't had any actual other artists on the show yet.
No, hold on.
And maybe since we're just learning what our mission statement is, and what we're doing here. Oh, we should have Janice Wallen on the show too. She'd be good on the show. Anyway, we're gonna have a whole bunch of fun people on the show.
I just said
you don't want to miss
I
next
show my
episode.
magnets from Tommy Dean's. He does work for Alabaster, I do believe. I got a couple of magnets too.
Oh yes, I've got Tommy stuff around. Well, my chair is outside.
That's from Tommy Dean, and I got another
hat though. I wear that hat, Tommy, all the time. I wear that hat like.
You really can't see it anyway. They're pretty cool. They're on magnets. Hey, thanks, Tom. Haven't seen you. Last time I seen you, we were at the barn. Wasn't that a good show or a good little fest?
Wow, Illinois.
It was Ashley in almost the tip of Jonesburg, Wisconsin.
He said yes.
That's the last time. That was a good time.
Tommy's Abstract World. That's the name of the site he's under here, where he shares a lot of his artwork. It's Tommy's Abstract World. And he's got a lot of really cool stuff: hats, shirts, mugs, mouse pads. Dude makes a lot of cool stuff with his art, man. He's a marketing genius when it comes down to that stuff. And we should definitely have him on the show to show off what he does. I think that'd be a great idea.
Support the artist, because when we die, all our stuff's going to be worth money, and then you're going to go, it was cool.
You watch that? You ever watch? I watched something on Vincent Van Gogh last night. Yeah, he painted his heart away, and then nothing got popular until after he was, passed away. But his art's big bucks. You can't find it anywhere.
It's quite insane. I love watching the history of Van Gogh to Picasso. I have a big book collection of all the artists, Michelangelo to Dali, and all that stuff. Big in pictures and quite amazing. I got to get my facts straight because I like how they would just draw on a napkin and pay for his barbell. I do believe it was Dali who, and these napkins because artists were very eccentric, I guess. I'm not really an artist, but anyway.
Why would you say that you're not an artist? What are you? Sign painter? No, you're an artist.
Okay, I'm an artist.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I love. I guess I cut to your chase and.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, like watching. A Monet. Renoir. I love going to Art Institute, but I studied that in college before I even did this. But did what I don't know. Like the history of these gentlemen were quite insane.
I think it probably just comes with time. I think that the sanity changes after a while. You can only be sane for so long. Why would you not want to? You don't want to be the same thing forever. So if you're sane, you might as well go insane after a little while. I mean, I figure that's what's going to happen here. I mean, yeah, ask my wife. She'd probably tell you the same. I'm probably going to go nuts.
I was painting signs today. I'm going to go downstairs in my studio and show the two pieces. I was painting some signs for a custom artwork for a friend of mine, Justin. Hey, Justin. And I started doing something else. You jump. I find that you jump from one medium to another, and then, like in the garage, it's like a studio to a point, and then when the lady wants to come and clean it, you move everything, but you're never finished with everything. The pieces are everywhere. What are you texting? You're playing Bubble Shooter. You're playing Candy Crush.
I was just checking in on Vince Herman's show's getting ready to start, so I think maybe we're going to play one more song and we'll end out our show, and then me and you will still talk after the show's over with, but we're going to send people over to Vince's page to watch Vince. What do you think? And me and you will still talk.
Okay.
I guess, unless you want to stay. I don't care.
Just you and me.
Yeah, just you and me in a minute. Like, let me just we're going to play one more song, and then me and you are going to talk, okay? Like a normal. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna share one more track off this album, and this is the album once again. Last time I'll say it, it's the On the Road album, the tribute to John Hartford. And this song was actually done by this friend I do a lot of artwork for, a guy I do a lot of artwork for, Todd Snyder. So he's on the record.
Have you met him?
No, I have not met him yet. We'll get him on the show. We're gonna get him on the show. All right, give it a month.
But you still wouldn't meet him though.
No, it wouldn't meet him. He'll come on the show maybe.
It's a great story.
I did a little drawing of him, and it's like a hat with these two eyes coming out from underneath it with this red circle, and it's like he used it for his Facebook page for a long time, and he just shared a photograph of him posing next to it like the drawing. So that's kind of cool. So we'll get him on the show. I have a feeling that I'm going to meet him.
Okay.
But we're going to play
How long have you done artwork for Todd Schneider?
Me and Todd Snyder have done artwork together for about 10 years.
And you've never met him. That's the whole funny story.
But he doesn't always come around. He doesn't always play around here. And when he does play around here, I only go to about half the times he comes to play around here. And then
He was supposed to play at Shoe Fest, and who?
Oh, but Neil Cosell passed away that day before.
Correct.
His buddy, and so there was a lot of reason he couldn't do that, of course. But
wasn't it Pete Jive who said something's going to happen?
Sometimes he doesn't show. Sometimes he doesn't play. It's okay. That's not his thing. He plays when he's going to play. And what's cool is his music is so good that when he does play, it's worth the wait. If you'd miss him a couple of times, he's always worth going to see again.
So you know Todd Schneider?
I work for him, man. I know his manager, man. His name is Snyder. He get me in trouble. No, he's not going to come on the show. And we're gonna bootleg his track here in a minute. If anybody's
It's
still
funny. I
listening,
did it when I did an album. You got the Todd Snyder. I'm saying it wrong, but you got an album up there in your corner, right? You shouldn't. It's up there. First time I did it, put a Y in it.
That one right there is a Todd Snyder album that Phil painted for me for Shoe Fest last year that he didn't get to play. That's okay. If you guys want to buy some art, is that what you want to do? Is that what you want to do, Phil? You want to sell some
Come
art?
on, buy it.
Buy art. We're selling our art. We have to make our grilled
Buy a
cheese
sign
money.
for your ladybug crossing. Glow in the dark.
Crossing.
Out in your yard.
That's
Come in my
cool.
yard right now.
Glow in the dark?
And you,
There's no way we're going to go off the show yet. That ain't ever yet, people. We're just got started.
Machete, come on over. Bring the wood over. Come on. What'd you do to your charger? You sold your charger, your little baby. What now are you getting? A bug? Machete sold his red charger. Kind of shy.
Oh, it's Hot Rod? Mm,
What are you drinking? We have sponsors like Chick-fil-A or
beer. Heineken beer tonight. This was a can of beer that was in the cooler from last weekend. So then I have the Space Your Face Grateful Dead
last
beer
weekend.
holder.
Felt like 2 days ago.
And I have a beer holder. And other sponsors tonight, because I think I'm getting ready to have pepperoni pizza, will probably be generic antacids.
Pretty much. I needed some this morning. Yeah.
Yeah, it's part of life.
You go stir crazy. You can't do anything that you normally do. I enjoy the backyard, even though there's a lot of neighbors around. You know, you have one or two, and it was a Thursday, and Laura woke up this morning. Oh, thank God. It's Friday only. So anyway, days, you get confused of the days of enjoying the sun. It was a beautiful crescent moon last night, and just to enjoy and then forget about what day it is. Actually, Tommy Harmon goes, I talked to him right before the show, and he goes, oh, that's right, it's Friday. And I kind of lose that perspective at times.
Well, now it's the job,
I
so
don't know.
we start planning for number 8. And
I'm just rambling, so.
as you can see, we both have artwork for sale.
Want to hear? What?
We both have artwork for sale. If people can notice that what we're sitting in front of is the stuff that we make.
Obviously, because I barely know you, and this is episode number 7.
Barely know me. We shared a toilet last week.
I thought that was you sleeping with me in the oh.
I didn't go in the tent after it started raining. This was the whole beginning of the show.
There was no
Good
rain. It was a
closure.
hurricane. There was no rain. It was a hurricane.
There was like 4 inches of rain in about 25 minutes.
I don't care about the rain. It was windy, and I was holding it down, and
Yeah.
I saw your canopy lifting, and I was screaming, and I kept going, here it comes!
Griffin Tadlock, he saved the day, and I had friends that held on to the canopy.
We're still here, people.
Yeah, we'll be back. Things like that can be
I've been
repaired.
through a few, but that was pretty intense.
Things like
So
that
we're
can be
not
repaired.
spending anymore. The storms are killing us. So you got to buy our artwork now, $1,000.
Yeah. So we play this other song for him.
Sure.
It says it was about getting back
And
to
one more song so we could let them take a break too, so they can pee, because I know they've been watching every second of the show. I got to check on my fantasy golf. Hopefully all 6 made the cut. My garden's looking good. I have 22 pepper plants and 21 tomato plants, and they're all healthy. So I'm gonna do my beautiful thing.
All right. Well, this song is on the album, on the Road album. I'll share a link a little bit later for it, so everybody can go and buy it. It's a really great album.
All right, it's 5:29. We have a 6-minute break.
Todd Snyder.
All the roads we ran, the folks we knew, the risky things we used to do. Now it's over and I know we're through. I wish we had our time again. I wish we had our time again. I wish we had our time again. I wish we had our time. Well, I couldn't go to sleep, got up middle night, trying to run it down in the middle of the night, looking for the words, but it won't come right. I wish we had our time again. I wish we had our time again. I wish we had our time again. I wish we had our time. If not for love, I can hardly say.
Yeah.
I looked at you and you looked at
So good.
me. Oh, remember love won't let me be. I wish we had our time again. Lord, I wish we had our time again. Wish we had our time again. Wish we had our time. Oh me, oh my, how the years do fly. Make no difference, and we all know why. The dear old friends at the turn their eye. I wish we had our time again. I wish we had our time again. I wish we had our time again. Wish we had our time. I wish we had our time.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's a new album come out. It's gonna be out. You can get it right now. Low High Records, On the Road, a tribute to John Hartford, released today. Very proud to be part of that album. Even Chicken Butt came back to say thank you. I think I'll put
Put you on the chickens. I'm cooking chicken.
So now I'm hanging out with you, Phil, and you're in the room. You don't look too happy. So
It's getting nice out on my deck. Anybody want to come by to Aurora and have a drink? Come on by.
yeah, I think that's my next stop's going to be the back deck, hopefully for a little
If you were
while.
close, you know you'd be by.
Oh, of course. It's silly to think I wouldn't be. Yeah, for sure I'd be there hanging out. Well, thank you all for tuning in to the Phil and John Show again. Promise we'll have some more guests next week. We're going to work on some special guests. Todd Snyder eventually, we'll see. But we have to teach Phil that it's Todd Snyder and not Todd Schneider first. So that when we meet him,
What is it? How do you say? How do you say it?
Snyder. Like Gary Snyder, not Schneider, like
Snyder.
not
What am I saying?
Schneider, like the guy with the tank top and the plunger.
The second album I did, which I only did one, because if they don't play, I don't like doing that. Actually, with the painting that someone won, I painted over. You're the only one who's got that Todd Schneider album, so that's like a
Well.
Schneider, not Schneider.
But we'll just let you call him that the whole time and just see how he reacts. That might make it more fun.
I'll probably meet him before you will.
Oh, there's a very good chance of that. There's
See,
a very
I'm
good
John
chance
Griffin.
of that. Hey, I'll tell you what. Yeah, thank you all for tuning in to the Phil and John Show tonight. We are very appreciative, and we will welcome you all back whenever we return. Tune into Vince Herman's page now if you can. Vince Herman, he's live and doing some John Hartford stuff. And Phil, thank you for being on the show. Don't go anywhere, of course. I'll meet you in the green room, so to speak. Say
Are we
goodbye.
done?
You can say goodbye. Is you gonna say goodbye?
Goodbye. Good night, everybody.